So, show of hands, very quickly. How many people here work in an office or at a desk? It's a fair amount of people. How many people here love working at their office, at their desk? Not as many, not as many, I figured. Maybe your desk looks a little something like this, or your cubicle. We are inherently a nesting culture. We territorialize and we occupy space and we make it our own. It's an entire sense of personal real estate. The prize, however, is this: the corner office. But the future of the workplace will have very little to do with who you are or where you work. It will have everything to do with how you work, which means this whole sense of territoriality or personal workspace will disappear, and your desk and your office may be gone forever. Now, what I know this because what I do every day at CBT Architects is I'm incredibly passionate about evolving and transforming office buildings and workplaces, whether it's economic, technology, generational trends, whatever they may be. Building owners are always looking to bring in the best tenants, and tenants are always looking to bring in the best and the brightest employees. We have to evolve. Now, whether it's the building or it's the workplace within the building, there's an evolution that has to occur because our stylistic change of how we work is forthcoming. Offices. Now, before I get into this, when I was 15, I remember my uncle coming home from work saying, I got this promotion, I've got this raise. I'm so happy, I've got it. I got the corner office. And we were like, that's fantastic. The Holy Grail, the medal, the corner office. And I'm like, I want that. I get to be in a room, can putt, shut the door, hold all my calls. Fantastic, right? If you like being alone, sure. So how do we get there? How do we get to the point where that's what we wanted? Well, let's look a little bit at the evolution of the workplace. Now, you look at these photographs in sort of the 70s, 60s, and 80s, around that time-ish. There were all these little Lego pieces everywhere in the office. We were very task-focused. There's not these big collaboration huddle rooms and things like that. The pendulum was way over here. That's how we worked. Nobody really kind of talked to anybody. And now the pendulum has swung way over here. Open space, pool tables, foosball tables, ping pong. Some places have bars. I want to work there. Some places, baristas, free food. These are just little things and trinkets to attract the best. It hasn't focused on how we work. But we are creatures of wanting open space now. How do we get there? Open space, open space. Let's look at the evolution of the modern home. In the 50s and 60s, when we built sort of these post-World War II track homes, they were very compartmentalized, shoeboxes, sewing rooms, the parlor, the formal dining room, the formal living room, a purpose for every room and a room for every purpose. That's just how we were. In the 70s and 80s, what came was what I like to call the great room phenomenon. Everybody wanted a great room. Why? We wanted a centralized place where we could gather, play our video games, eat dinner in front of the TV. Every house had that, whether it was a sunken great room or a regular great room. That's what we all wanted. And then in the 90s and so forth, technology untethered us, and all of a sudden we're like, wow, we can work from home too. Let's bring work home. Wow. I'm that guy. I'm working at home on my Pentium 90. That's me. But then you can get to coffee shops or your BlackBerry, and there was some mobility involved in the workplace. It wasn't just your cube, it was elsewhere. The other factor that determines how workplaces are evolving is generational. And we talk about it all the time, millennials, millennials, millennials. But if we focus on the three middle generations, the boomers, the X, that's me, and the Ys for a minute, I like to call it the boomers, the who generation. Who works? The man works. And the corner offices were these mahogany offices and just decked out in this lavish wood because that's who worked. That's how the workplace was defined. And then you get to Generation X. Why aren't we all working? The Y generation. And then also, why are we working? There's no pension plan. There's no retirement package for me. There's no Social Security. Why am I working? And then we get to our friends, the millennials, right? This is why all workplace is evolving right now. We have to design it for the millennials. They're coming. They're here. They're not the future. They're the present. In 5 to 10 years, we are going to be dealing with Generation Z, or what I like to call the how generation. The millennials are the where generation because they can work anywhere. They've adapted technology so fast. It's, well, I can work here, I can work there, work at home, right down here, sit on the floor. But Gen Z are the how generation. There's no hierarchy. It's network-based. It's co-working. It's crowdsourcing. It's community building. Now, I have 2 kids. They love Minecraft. Microsoft loves it too. They bought it for $2.5 billion last year. Minecraft is an amazing phenomenon. Minecraft, these kids just sitting around with their little electronic devices, and they just collaborate together. Give me that block of wood, or give me that axe or saw or whatever. No problem. I don't know you, but I'm going to give it to you. That's fine. Let's collaborate. Let's talk. Let's just build stuff. Let's just build castles and houses. Not a problem. What's the highest score in Minecraft? There isn't one. There is no high score in Minecraft. Gen X? Yeah, all about the high score. This is all I cared about. Me against the machine. You go to Pete's Pizza in Needham, 1 million points, HAP, my initials. I won, it's there. That is my claim to fame. Right? On Miss Pac-Man. My hands can still feel the arthritis as a result. But it was me against the machine. These kids don't care about it. And in the future, it's not going to be about, let's work at my desk, let's work in this office. It's going to be, let's work here and right now, and oh, by the way, let's bring everybody in. So what does that mean? In today's day and age, you can't book your conference room, so we're not going to collaborate? Conference room's booked, Outlook says it's full, we're not collaborating. Oh, well, let's meet tomorrow. I'll text you. We'll figure it out. Google Hangouts, something. The space has to evolve because stylistically, we're changing. We're less focused on the space, and we're going to be more focused on how we work. Everybody works differently, but our buildings and our workspaces don't always allow us to do so. So are you going to be sort of set free, roaming around with your laptop and be like, oh my God, I have no desk, I have no desk. What am I going to do? This guy got rid of all my offices. This guy got rid of all my desks. What am I going to do? No. Don't be concerned that you're going to be sitting next to, because it's a big wide open office, loud coughing guy, or hey, I can still hear you through your headphones, dude, or laughs weird woman, or whatever it is. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. This is a free form of collaboration that will be rooted in a new style of working. It'll be about zones, because your attention will be the most valuable thing, not your desk. The spaces will have to reflect how you most attentively work. You can play, right? You can play. You can have your foosball and your ping pong table, but that doesn't set up how you work. You can have the infinite desk, so work anywhere in your office. The desk goes on forever. It doesn't matter where you sit, right? We do spaces right now for certain companies that have complete free address. They actually transform from cubicles and desks and closed offices to free address. You can sit anywhere you want. Doesn't matter. Well, I'm about to lose my headpiece. Or you can, you'll be in a space that, for example, that'll have a quiet car because, hey, this is too loud. I don't want to hear a headphone guy. I'm going to the quiet car. Or, hey, I got to get this stuff done. Why don't you, and let's go sit in that desk over there in the corner, and we'll get together. It is a stylistic shift. Your workplace may look like the bar. Your workplace may look like a living room. Your workplace may look like who knows what. But it's a stylistic shift in how you work. The best is yet to come. And in 5 to 10 years, The future will be these Gen Zs. Because in 5 to 10 years, the millennials will be in their 30s. They'll have families of their own. They're not necessarily the future, they're the present. There will be a shift in how we design these spaces based on how we work. Your best work will not come from the best room. Your best work will come from how you work in the room you have. Thank you.